Welcome to Female Firesides, episode 1 of the podcast. My name is Emily Brandenburg, and I am so happy you're here. So, this podcast is all about sharing the journeys of women entrepreneurs, the ups and the downs, the good and the bad, the absolutely amazing, and the hideously terrifying, and everything in between. Because by sharing our stories, we inspire and motivate others, and there's just nothing better than that. So again, thank you so much for being here and joining me on this new journey. So this series started about a year ago, but I finally decided to put it on a podcast. And I'll kind of give you a little bit of history in this welcome episode, because this episode is going to be a little bit different than the rest of them, because for the rest of the episodes, I will be interviewing amazing women entrepreneurs from all over the world, from all walks of life, to give them a safe space to share their stories. So back to how this original series started. So it actually began on Instagram Live. I manage a series of social media campaigns for antique shows in the US. And one of my clients was wanting to do a series live. The show had gone virtual again because of the pandemic. And she was like, I just want to do something kind of different and fun. She's like, could we maybe do this on Instagram? And I was like, absolutely. But this was before Instagram had released the new update where you could practice going live. Back then, you were just live and making a complete fool of yourself. So she had actually created like a test account to play around with it and everything. But I told her, I was like, well, let me go live, because I had actually, shockingly, had never gone live before. And I said, let me go live with a friend. And I'll give you all the information you need to know to go live, because she was a little bit nervous about it. And so I asked one of my friends, Dina, who has made a couple of appearances on Female Firesides, and she totally agreed. I'm like, let's have just a fun chat about women in business and let's see where it goes. I was ridiculously nervous. I have come so far since then, but there was so much magic in that conversation and talking about women in business and the struggles that we face, as women in business, and many of us as mothers, and, how that has helped us, how that has hindered us, and just all the juicy everything that you can think of. And it was received really well by my followers, and I shared it, and I was like, oh my gosh, I want to keep doing this. I had such a glow after I got off with my first guest. And I was like, this needs to keep happening. So I ended up calling it Female Firesides, and I have it every single Friday, because I was just like, I want to have something like a fun thing to look forward to heading right into the weekend. And it has been the most unbelievable series. If you ever want to check out some of my previous episodes, you can visit my Instagram page. It's EB Design Agency. And if you go to my videos, you can sort them by Female Firesides. And one of my guests, Amy Dunn, who is a wine connoisseur and just an amazing individual, and she said on one of my interviews that I feel like just absolutely nailed exactly the essence of what these are. And she said that magical things happen when women come together and support one another in their journeys. And that has absolutely stuck with me. And it really is the absolute like soul of this series. So what you can expect from me during this series is that every episode will be uploaded on a Friday. And I will be sharing the story, and I will be interviewing a female entrepreneur to talk about their business, what it is they do, why they went into it. Because I find that that's always so fascinating when we talk about our why we started our business, why we decided to pursue XYZ, because all of our whys are they're so very different. But I feel like talking about them and having other people, hear that it's going to help us connect with one another, and it's going to help other women who are maybe on the fence about starting a business, maybe think, you know what, I probably can do this. Let me give it a try. So I hope you enjoy this series, this new podcast, as much as I just know that I'm going to enjoy it. If you want to read about who I'm going to be having on, you can follow me on Instagram. Again, my handle is EB Design Agency. And I will be sharing the week before a podcast drops, probably the couple days before, I will be sharing a little bit about that episode and who I'm interviewing and kind of what their business is about. So I really hope you follow along and enjoy the ride with me. See you next Friday.